Yeah, so since joining DSC, I lost 29 pounds and 6% body fat. So it was a huge improvement from where I was prior to that. Yeah, so I felt like the confidence was through the roof. I felt like I could take on the world. Relationships were better. At home, the patience was a little bit better with the kids. So everything was just flowing. I had a lot more energy to play with the kids and, stay up a little bit later with the wife, just to watch a movie or something like that. So it was a good result. Yeah, so my fitness routine prior to DSC, it was like on and off switch. I would go for a few weeks or a few months to like your regular $10 a month club. And I had a little bit of results here and there. I would lose a pound, gain 2, lose 3, So it was it was like a roller coaster is the best way I can describe it. And once I joined DSC, I finally had a little bit more structure. I learned how to eat better. My relationship with food got a lot better. So I wasn't beating myself up for having a slice of pizza. I was able to kind of plan for that with DSC's help. Yeah, so before DSC, again, because of that roller coaster of, progress and then not having any progress, I wasn't very, happy, not to be too cliche, but I wasn't confident as much as I am now. I didn't have the drive at that point in time to really try any harder than I was. So, yeah. I joined DSC because of the energy that I saw from afar, looking at it from social media. I've been following Dynamic for a long time on Instagram, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna just join. And that one day came in October last year, and it was one of the best decisions I've made for myself. I look at it, a lot of people like to spend money on frivolous things, but they don't invest in themselves too often. And there's no better investment than your health, in my opinion. And I truly believe that. I made a good decision in joining this gym in particular. I do, yeah. So my first class, it was on a Saturday. I wasn't a member just yet. I was part of the 8-week at-home challenge. And I talked to Matt and I asked if I can try one of the classes, and he definitely took care of that for me. And the next available time frame was a 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. So he's like, yeah, just come on in and we'll get you set up. I was expecting to see him here, so I was still a little nervous to come in. And then I saw it was Renee and who was the other guy? Forgot his name, but it was 2 people here, and they couldn't have been more welcoming. They helped me out. They got to know me. I've never had to repeat my name to any of the coaches here, so that's been a plus. Like, you all know me, and from the first time, like, you guys remembered my name, so that meant a lot. But I was nervous the first day that I was here. But after the warm-up, I eased right into it. Like I said, Renee and, can you help me with his name?
Chris?
Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Martin. Chris Martin was the one that was here that Saturday morning, and they were super accommodating. They broke it down, all the exercises, and gave me 2 or 3 versions of that same exercise to do. So I just picked the one that worked for me, and we went from there. So it was a good time. Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, when I came in, the coaches were just, I tell my wife, I'm like, they're world class, and she's like, really? I'm like, no, trust me, they're awesome. Like, all the coaches there are just really, really awesome people. They know their stuff, they help you out, and they work with you as far as the exercises go. So they give you multiple versions of that exercise for you to do, and you just pick the one that works for you and you go from there. Overall experience with DSC has been awesome. From the equipment that we use, from the multiple apps that we now have to gauge our progress and to sign up for classes. There have been recent improvements in those 2 areas. The coaches are awesome. Management is awesome. Just super accommodating overall. So my experience with you guys has been truly awesome. Classes are full of energy. It doesn't matter if you're here at 5 in the morning or at 4:30 in the afternoon. You're gonna get 100% energy from the coaches, and that rubs off on the rest of the class. There are, in my mind, I call everyone that I work out with teammates. So when I see them, I'm kind of working against myself, but I'm also seeing what they're doing, and I want to kind of keep up with those people in the class that I know are the studs, if you will. So I look around and I'm like, all right, that guy or that gal is killing it today, So the classes are just awesome for that reason, because it keeps it competitive, both with yourself and with your classmates. The community is super supportive. I'm part of the Facebook group, and anytime someone has a question about, it doesn't matter if it's something super complicated, if that's the right word, or if it's something super simple, everyone just answers the question, and it doesn't make that person feel like they should know the answer to it. So the community is super supportive for that reason. When you're in the class, even if you don't know the person that you're working out to the left or to the right of you, occasionally you'll hear, hey, good job on that. Or if you have a question, I'm not afraid to ask the person next to me, hey, is this how you do it? And they're more than welcome to accommodate you or to help you out. So it's super helpful that I feel like I can just shoot an email to Matt about a question, and he usually gets back to me relatively quickly. If I have a general question about anything, again, I could ask Matt, I could ask any of the coaches, and you guys just, if you don't know the answer, you'll find out, and if you do know the answer, you give it to me as it is. So that's been awesome regarding that.
On that?
Yeah, so the pillars, I gotta admit, it was game changing for me, just because it gave me a goal to just check off 3 things daily: water, exercise, and nutrition. And it was kind of like a game that I played. I just wanted to make sure I got those. I think the goal was 17 check marks throughout the week, if I'm not mistaken. And I always shot for more than that. Obviously, the goal was to make it a perfect week every week, and that yielded the results that I got. Prior to the pillars or being introduced to them, I thought it was more complicated than that. But if you just nail those 3 things, actually, one of them was sleep, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so the other one was sleep. There was one of the pillars. I think nutrition and water was a pillar in and of itself. And one of the third ones was sleep. So getting your 7 hours of sleep. And as long as you did that, you pretty much met your goals. It was very simple if you just followed that guideline that you guys sent out. I would definitely encourage everyone to try it. If you have the ability to get down here and just try 2 weeks of it, or just 1 week of it, or 1 day of it, give it a shot. I guarantee you're gonna like it. Like I said, the coaches are world class. The environment is high energy. You get clear instruction on what to do. And if you have any questions, everyone is super accommodating and helpful to just get that answer to you. So I would definitely recommend and encourage everyone to try it out, at least once. I mean, the awards that this place has won speaks for itself, I would say. I mean, I don't know how many it's been, but it seems like I'm looking at the wall here and there's a bunch of awards for the instruction and the environment that you guys create. So that speaks for itself. So just try it out and get down here and give these guys a try.